Hello everybody. Got a little problem with the old Grand Marquis from 2004. I'll demonstrate. Got no blower. Compressor comes on. But no blower at all. So let's dig into this and see what's going on. And I'm going to be using this Microna digital multimeter from the late 80s. Got it hooked up to the battery. We're just under 12 volts because I just started it up for a second. It didn't have time to charge back up. I think first I'm going to make sure I'm getting power to the motor, and then I'm going to directly hook up from the battery to the motor and see if I can get the motor to run. I got my test leads out, so I'm going to test and see if we're getting power to the blower motor, and depending on if this is negative or positive, I'll know which one is right. I've got the red on the orange and then the white on the orange with white stripe. So we'll see if it's positive or negative voltage on this test, or if we got voltage. We've got a little tiny bit of voltage, but not near enough to run the motor. Kind of going goofy. So we'll move on to the next test. What I'm going to do next is just directly hook the wires to the battery and see if I can make the motor run. Okay, I've got my motor isolated. It's important not to hook this up very long because these little test leads are not made to handle the current this motor draws. Let's hook this up and see if the motor runs. Just going to touch that. Alright, I'm going to try this again. It's a little while later. I had to actually repair my red test lead so it wasn't making full circuit. Before I hook this up to the battery, I'm just going to double check, make sure nothing is shorted. And again, just going to give this a short run up because this thin wire is not meant for running motors. We have motor. So that tells me the motor's good. So the next test would be this control module that's back here, right in there, buried. It's going to be a lot of fun to get that out. I fashioned a jumper out of a piece of baling wire. Flattened the ends out in the vise, or I can make something that'll plug into the wiring harness. Let's put that in and see if we can get some connection. I've got the jumper wire jumping across the two big terminals on top. Now I should be able to turn the key and see if the motor will power up now. Here we go. Yep, we got motor. Alright. That leads me to believe that the control module is bad. So we'll get one of those and swap that out and see what happens. It's a little while later. I've got some items moved out of the way. Vacuum lines disconnected. And it's an 8mm, and I'm having to use a swivel to get at these two screws. There's one underneath that heater hose. So we'll get those out and we'll work that module out. And I got the old one out. Had to give it a little gentle persuasion with my big flathead screwdriver, but it finally relented and came out. And got the new one in there. You can just see it. Wires connected to it. All the vacuum lines are hooked up. Did not have to take the heater hoses off. So now we'll see if it works. Here we go. First test. There we go. Very nice. And there's what time it is when I got done. This hasn't been changed from standard time to daylight saving time, so it's actually 8:44 p.m. So, yep, it's going to be in the 90s this weekend, and then 96 or 97 by Monday. So, where I live, it's a high priority to keep the ACs working in the cars. So, we're getting some cool air. That'll work. Now I'm done with repair, and it's unbelievable. I didn't get cut one time. So that's definitely a bonus to not have to deal with cuts on my hands. So we'll call that a successful repair. Thank you for watching.